want to say something about the IQ thing, the intelligence quotient, and how it's been used and presented and portrayed by these intelligence quotients in these different ranges of intelligence from all the levels of capacity, from retarded to mild retardation to whatever functional or normal is, to genius and blah blah blah. And the way it's presented in these studies to be this and that, and genetically this and that between folk, if you're this or that, combination of genetic markers that make your skin tone a certain shade, well, then you fall more likely into this category than that category. Things like that. Absolute nonsense, if you ask me. However, if you were to ask me, then you would be getting just my thoughts on this, and I am not a scientist or one of these purveyors of these studies and statistics, because to me, it's just more of the same setup for disparaging folk. Why? Because me, as I was educated on that dark pyramid based on belief of others, I was trained to think that the body will just degenerate over time, the mind will degenerate over time. I would have X amount of brain cells to work with, or whatever, likely this and that, and then as those brain cells get killed off, especially if I'm doing something purposely that I know kills off brain cells, like consume alcohol like a clown, which I did, if I happen to be losing my memory, short-term, long-term, this or that, and I just can't happen to, focus or concentrate enough to really, really get the grasp on different concepts, well, must just be because I'm getting old and my memory's going and whatever, right? Nope. Because I was never taught in that pyramid of belief that just by consuming CBD oils that it would trigger neurogenesis in my brain, and brain cells would start to regrow and connections would start to be made and reconnected. However, I have come to know that, and because I know that, and because I feel that, and because I've healed from that, I see the infinite potentiality in the intelligence, intellect, this or that, of everyone out there. And it is directly influenced by environmental factors. That's a suppression of mind, body, spirit control that goes on. And the darker your environmental circumstances are, and the more negativity you're surrounded by, and the more struggles you go through on a moment-to-moment basis, the more suppressed your consciousness becomes. Because you realize, and you know for a fact, that you are not protected and you are not cared for by the very systems that constantly try to tell you that they're there to protect you and they're there to help you and care for you and keep you dependent on them. You know it's nonsense, and I do too. And to me, everyone else knows it too. We all know it inside. We can all feel it. It's all nonsensical layers of control and disparagement and division and dependency and slavery in all forms. So, knowing that if you could get back to nature and you can drop those belief systems that have been trained and indoctrinated into the mind and into the consciousness, break through those. Put those away where they belong, which is back out there. Just clear those and know what you know and know what you don't know. And know that there's a ton of things you don't know. And that is okay. That is just fine. because the goal is only to get to know thyself. That is the goal, fully, to know thyself, fully, and be able to feel fully within thyself, and be able to perceive fully from within thyself to out there. The goal is to destroy the false self that has been created to interact with the outside world. That false construct, that persona, that person that they created for you at your birth. You've been brought up thinking you are that. You have to know that you are much more than that. Have to. That's the goal here. That is a goal here. As far as I can tell, to me, it became the goal for me once I felt it, to know and feel that I was more, and then to pursue that and to expand that consciousness and feeling to its fullest, and to continue to explore and try and develop that, which I do, and at the same time try and express it and share that, which I am attempting, which I am doing. I know as the individuals all across those different ladders climbing that same pyramid, that dark pyramid, as their lights fully click on within them and they become a bright shining light on the side of that pyramid, others can't help but see it and feel it. Even on other rungs in those ladders of those different aspects and divisions within that same system. It's all intertwined. It's all the same. And as that light is seen and felt, those around those lights, they feel it within them, and they click on fully. And they get past the belief of indoctrination, and they can see that there is no top of that pyramid. Not for them. Not for anything except the concepts, the ideas, the constructs of negative use and unnatural use of life and enslavement. That's all that exists there. And that's illusion. Yet it's very real darkness. So knowing that all of us have that capacity for darkness within us, it's all a part of us. We are all that light. The light of the light and the dark light. We're that intertwined serpent energy of DNA, light and dark, black and white, male, female. That serpentine energy that twists up and down the spine and radiates throughout those 7 energy centers that all tie together into one being, one, with the 12 organ systems, the 12 apostles, the 12 witnesses that let them walk this land, that let us walk this land together, experience this experience together, to learn and grow and know that we are more together, and to see what we can do with that in a natural way. From a natural way of knowing nature and our nature and how our nature works. How energy works and can work in a positive way that manifests itself. Energy is free. Period. Except for the energy that's enslaved within all those systems on that dark pyramid, that very real life energy within all of us that are on that pyramid or trapped underneath that pyramid. That's us. It's all of us. All of us. So knowing that, all of us know that at the same time and feel that at the same time and just turn those lights on. Well, that whole thing kind of lights up, doesn't it? And then maybe a brand new actual capstone can be built onto that dark pyramid that is now light and refurbished and continued to build, but in a natural way now, not of enslavement, not based off of money and greed and fear, but only based on the combined collective effort of a bunch of natural men and women, sovereign beings operating within nature in a morally correct, spiritually way together. Not a way of judgment, not in a way of seeking vengeance, but in a way of fixing and healing and building with nature. Maybe that pyramid that we are all on or trapped under can finally be completed, so to speak. And when I say that, I don't think it's necessary that we build a whole bunch more crap to do it. Because with the constant stripping of resources and all of the crap that's already here, we don't need to build anymore, I don't think. Just change how we use what we got. Oh, and then that free energy thing has to go all the way into being free, like it was always supposed to be. We all know the technology is there. It's as simple as magnets and copper wire. Everybody that knows, just let everybody know. Hard as that seems. It's very hard while you're trapped in one of those narrow ladders on that pyramid. There's a big light shining on that pyramid, so to speak, right now. Likely more than ever, maybe, I don't know. Like I say, that's one of those things I don't know for sure, and I don't think it's really, yeah, I wouldn't theorize too much. I wouldn't. But I see that there's, to me, there's a lot of eyes on us, so to speak. A lot of eyes on all of this down here right now, and has been for quite some time. Maybe more so than ever before, I don't know, like I said, but well, it is strong. And it's just nature and creation itself, so. And to me, it's a beautiful type of thing, and it's not a, don't worry, I haven't lost my grip on reality, and I'm not some crazy, crazy, how things are spun, and folk are made to look certain ways because, whatever. I see things changing for the better. I do. At least that potential it's right there. It's about to happen. Any second now. Though I can see these fibers, the nanofibers drift down from the sky and float by as I'm sitting here talking, so yeah, maybe not better yet, right? Still got the gunk raining down, right? The gunk is a constant thing. Wherever you are, thank you for listening. And I hope what I said, I hope something I said resonated with you and within you. I hope the truth of what I said, of what I feel, came through. I hope it comes through. I hope it comes through loud and clear in the feeling of it. Because I have no agenda. I'm not trying to lead anyone down some certain specific path attached to any name or concept. So again, thanks for listening, and if anything in here rings true, please feel free to share it. And to share it, just share it whenever, wherever you can, on whatever platform. And then more importantly, to know within you these same things that you are more in. And know that you can heal yourself and you can become whatever you're supposed to become. I figure, I can't know, and I can't speak for any of that because I don't know myself fully, like what I'm supposed to, like I said, what comes of this whole experience, and what am I ultimately supposed to do? How does my life go, up until the point of death, when I leave this physical place and then go to be part of more I know now. So, or however it works, that's what I mean, I don't know. So, I just know that that's real, that more within us and the more about everything is real. So that's what I want to get across and get out, because I know that is exactly what will help all of us end our own enslavement. And that way there is no waiting required. There is no seeking this group or that group or this individual or that individual to do anything for us, because we all know we can all do it for ourselves, from within ourselves, and then for each other, and then fix everything. So, thank you.